Hey everybody, Adam Phillips here for Dynamite Entertainment. I'm here today with writer Jordan Clark, who is joining us to talk about Red Sonja fairy tales. Real
Yeah.
quick before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss any upcoming videos on the Dynamite YouTube page. Jordan, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Let's start with the basics. August is
Okay.
fairy tale month for
hmm
Dynamite Entertainment. And what fairy tale is Red Sonja going to jump into?
She's going to be jumping into Jack and the Beanstalk, which I think is a good mix of kind of the things that Red Sonja is typically involved in, which is there's some treasure, there's some monsters involved. So I felt it was a kind of a good meeting of the two.
Nice climbing, right? The whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Magic beans.
Magic beans. Yeah, it's all there.
Oh, awesome. That's so cool. I mean, it's a great matchup, really, because obviously, a giant in the fairy
hmm
tale can be a monster, you
Oh, for
know.
sure.
What can we expect from the giant? Is he different?
Ooh, yeah. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but I will say that we're trying to give you the things that you know and love from the original fairy tale,
Okay.
but also trying to subvert a few things. So there is a giant. When Sonia gets to the town, she finds that there's a beanstalk kind of in the middle of this city that's in the middle of nowhere. And so
Ah,
like all of everything is kind of surrounded this beanstalk. There's gold mysteriously coming from places. Commerce has popped up around here. People are kind of started a life seemingly in the middle of nowhere, and it's all because of this beanstalk. And so she's trying to get to the middle of what is going on.
oh, that's cool. And that really seems to play into Red Sonja's, typical roles, kind of a wandering,
hmm
I don't want to say do-gooder, but she kind of gets
Yeah,
involved in these situations, right?
yeah, definitely.
Cool. And she has a sword, so
And she's got this, so she's the she devil with the sword, so she's still
really
doing all that. And yeah, I think we've got a good mix of the action that you're looking for from a Red Sonja story, but also trying to do a little bit of the pathos and pay off the original fairy tale as well.
cool. So was Jack and the Beanstalk like your first choice? Did you think about six other ones? And
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of different ways that you can go. I mean, obviously, Little Red Riding Hood, I feel like is kind of right there
oh,
with Red
sure,
Sonja, but
Little Red Sonja, sure.
yeah. And there's a bunch. I mean, you even just going through even once I had forgotten about like the Princess and the Pea and
Oh, sure.
certain other ones. So I feel like Red Sonja kind of fits in a lot of different levels and a lot of different places.
Yeah.
But ultimately I think it was Jack and the Beanstalk that like once I kind of started fitting those pieces together, I was like, oh, this is the one. So
That is really cool. And I mean, I think this sounds like such a fun idea for all these characters who are
yeah,
getting the fairy tales. I'm hoping we can do more of them next year, and
yeah,
you know, they can get involved in all kinds of stories. Have you wanted to write Red Sonja? I mean, you're writing Samurai Sonja already, so now you're
yeah.
getting to do the real thing. Is this like on your bucket list?
Yeah, this is definitely nice because I think with Samurai Sonya, obviously it's an alternative version, right? So you're playing on a lot of the things that people know about the character, but you're changing things for not just obvious reasons, but because you want to differentiate between the different versions.
Mhm.
But when you get to do the real thing, you know what I mean? Like you do kind of get to dig back into all of the different stories that have come before. I'm a big fan of the Gail Simone run,
Yeah.
so I'm kind of pulling from that. But Red Sonja is a classic character. I mean, she has been around for a very long time now at this point, and I think there's a reason for that. And so getting an opportunity to write the character, even if it is not like the ongoing series, but just kind of this one shot, I think is still a great opportunity because she's just a lot of fun. There's a
Yeah.
lot of fun that goes into it as a writer, whether you're getting to kind of write her as, like you're saying, like the hero kind of wandering into town, but then once we kind of get into more of the action sequences, like she's a real badass. So it's really cool to get to write those parts too.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick look at the covers now for the issue, and look for it in August. Tell your local comic shop owner or whoever's behind the counter
hmm
that you want to get a copy of this, maybe more than one even. And Jordan, we really appreciate your time today.
Yeah,
Can't
of
wait to
course.
read it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.